I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back. I want my baby back,
Chili's baby back ribs.
I want my baby back,
Chili's baby back ribs.
barbecue sauce. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back. I want my baby back,
Chili's baby back ribs.
I want my baby back,
Chili's baby back ribs. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I want my baby back ribs.
CG.
As a channel member, we want to have stuff for you guys. What we plan to do, of course, have those emojis, a bonk emoji.
Yeah.
We want to do comic strips for you guys to kind of keep our characters and comics out there, keep the creative blood flowing, and just little strips, maybe monthly.
Develop notifications, sub if you haven't. We're trying to make the best content we can out here and do something more like a podcast.
Let's get out of here. I've had enough of this.
Ooh, what a rush!
Hey yo, 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 hey yo. Hey yo. Hey yo. Hey yo. All right, for a minute there I thought you lost it. Whoa. Hey yo.
What's up?
Great job.
Threats are part of wrestling, you know? But you gotta look at the person that's making the threats. This fat son of a bitch is challenged all of us, has been world champions before, been in this business 15, 20 years, and this fat son of a bitch is gonna challenge us all out.
Calm down, okay? All right?
He's fat!
Fill it in a few different times just to kind of get a real deep color. And then kind of go in here at the bottom.
Who are those guys?
Your brothers? No.
Yes!
Get him to get on my nerves. Who are those guys?
I couldn't do that. Could you do that? How can they do that? Who are those guys?
The fucking Diaz brothers!
Connor, I know the media has a ton of questions for you, so I just want to ask you, what do you think of this turnout?
Yeah, fuck the Diaz brothers, yeah? Fuck those cockroaches! Live from Studio Z at Brookfield Hojo at the Galloping Girls Production Center, it's Friday, and we're back. Bill and Brandon Diaz, the best looking brothers in all of comics. Give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a rough week. Here they are, the Diaz brothers.
We're back.
We're back.
out of frame. What is up, everybody?
Yeah, what's up with the camera?
You must have been moved.
You look like you've gone to the gym for once in your miserable life.
I went to the gym a couple times this week.
That's good. That's real good.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. What's up, everybody? Hey, people were saying they liked my haircut this week. Or they were calling it bedhead.
Oh, yeah. I didn't realize so many blind people watched the show.
Oh.
Hello.
Yeah, wasn't that funny? But we're gonna do this like an old Mexican soap opera where we're standing facing away from each other.
Oh, yeah.
We'll do that the stream like this, I guess. Oh, because there's so animosity, so much animosity in this room.
Yeah, I guess so. I'd bring up Hyper Wizard's comment right here is pretty good
This
before
one?
it moves. Is that Brandon looks like he gained 20 IQ points with that scarf and glasses. You know, I was thinking about doing like a blazer with the elbow patches, you know, but like, could you imagine the IQ points that I would have gained for there? I would have been off the charts. So I decided to scale it back a little bit.
Our buddy Chad this week was saying he doesn't know how to feel about you and the glasses.
Yeah, well,
he says knock it off.
It's it's getting harder to survive without the glasses.
Well, that's the thing. Become reliant on them.
Yeah. It's more of a crutch.
I'm more of a fan of Thoreau's idea of being self-reliant.
Mm-hmm.
Remember Edgar Rice Thoreau?
Mm-hmm. Edgar Rice Thoreau?
Yeah.
Is that the less famous brother of Henry David Thoreau?
Yeah. He's the one that actually invented transcendentalism.
Oh, I see. And then it was stolen from him,
right,
by his much stronger brother.
Yeah, and then they came out with what was it? Transcendentalism music.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it got messed up after that. But welcome to the Diaz Brothers Show, everybody. Hope you are having a great week. This is the end of the week. I'd say a poignant end of the week, and probably a much needed end of the week. But you guys are here. Yeah, see, we got trance music. Admiral Wackus knows what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Let us know, how do we sound? I think everything is up and running pretty well.
I hope
it has been for a few weeks
that we have had no audio for the past 9 minutes.
Yeah,
that would be hilarious.
Am I coming in clear? Hey, Mom, I said, am I coming in clear?
But I think people could hear us. Fat Beats.
Yeah.
What's up, Gordon Goodbrother? Let's say hi to the chat,
What's
everybody.
up?
Gordon Goodbrother's here. That's not the best side, Phil. Turn around. Camara is here.
What's up?
Edgar Poe.
What's up?
Siegel Rock says, good to see you, Siegel. Of course, Admiral Wackass, the Blind Throw. Howl Comics.
What's
Great
up?
to have you in the chat. Citizen Ronan, as always.
What's up?
Passmaster Dan, Cranberry Langers, Micra. It's been a minute. Good to see Micra in the chat here.
Bro.
Of course, we got Jake in the chat. Joseph.
What's up?
Pantalon. Great name there. Philbo Baggins.
What's
Mr.
up?
Philbo Baggins, who we met in Tampa. Shout outs to Philbo Baggins. Good to see you. Selma is in frame, and that's all that matters. Yeah, that is true.
Yes.
That is true. Nick Gear in the chat. Great to see you. Jay Ryan, who's actually been doing some fun sketch cover streams. You see?
I haven't seen the streams. I've been seeing the posts.
Yeah,
I haven't seen the streams.
That Betty Page one.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good.
Yeah, Betty Page is iconic.
Yeah, I like her illustrated more than actual her.
Yeah, I can see that.
See that. Survive Infinity is here. Art Bar. Great to see you, Art Bar. We do have 74 people in the
It's a big
chat.
opening.
74 people in the chat. Stay here. Tell your friends about it. We put this up live on DMX and shout it out. Give a little woof woof out there for DMX.
Mhm.
Rest in peace, DMX.
Sure.
And
Hopefully he found the hood.
Yeah, he was always asking where it was at. But Bobby, speaking of DMX, Bobby in the chat.
What's up?
I don't think we showed this last week, but he drew the Professor DMX.
Yeah, I saw that. I did see that.
Which is awesome.
It finally came full circle. I didn't understand what it was, but I guess they're debuting that at SawCon.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be like a SawCon exclusive.
I think so.
DMX or Professor DMX.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
But I didn't even know DMX was sick. You know.
Did he die of sickness, like a chronic sickness?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Look at
I know he had like a
Julie.
mental problem.
What's
I thought.
up? Julie Pascal in the chat. Awesome to see you, Julie. Lots of people. Fox Mulder, one of your favorites.
Yes. We're up to that episode in the X-Files season 1 where it's the second coming of Toombs. And so we're kind of like holding out for the daytime to watch it, because he's so creepy.
Yeah, Toombs is a weirdo.
Yeah.
So let's get into the show. Moromi is here too. Mirage, which is a great name. Sup, brothers. Nate Callis. Dude, Nate. Awesome seeing you.
Yeah, 83 people in the chat now. Probably biggest opening Diaz Brothers show in a while.
Yeah, maybe since CG Vacation launch.
Yeah.
Nate Callis, awesome seeing you, brother. Hopefully see you sometime this year. You gotta come out to the arcade. We should have talked about the arcade thing too. You can show those pictures.
What, the roof?
Yeah, the roof.
Yeah. It was not on fire.
Yeah, the roof was not on fire. But if you guys don't know, Brandon and I work for the most awesome, largest arcade in the world, Calvin Ghost Arcade. And us being Mr. Managers, they call me Mr. Manager.
Right.
But we had to unprompted. I didn't know I was going to get into this.
Phil came in with moccasins on.
Yeah.
To work as he does.
Heritage. I represent the culture. So I had moccasins on and a serape. And supposedly it had snowed the night before, and we had to go up on the roof and shovel the snow
Off the roof.
Yeah. I'm going to send these pictures to you really quick. So
When there's two kinds of roofs. There's a flat roof and then there's a sloped roof. And then it turns out there's three kinds of roofs. There's an inverted sloped roof that they have over at one part of the building at the arcade, and it slopes like a V toward the middle.
Yeah.
And then it collects there in the middle, and then there's supposed to be like a drain, and then it doesn't work because it's not the lowest part of the roof. So, it caused big problems. But before we get into that, scroll up over here real quick. Sumo Thori gifting 10 Zaid Comics memberships to the channel, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Big memberships. There's a lot of memberships being gifted in this quarter, basically. I mean, past couple of months, we've been gaining big memberships.
So much, Sumo.
All right, so we got Beam Pad picking one up.
Jesus!
Soul Curry Alt Ioni, Squibs, Art Bar, Rustifus, Dim-Witted Chicken, and the rest. No, let's see. We got to scroll down.
Scroll down. There's so many.
Dim-Witted Chicken, Alex VRB picking one up. Elmer Dew, Deathbringer. And we probably scrolled down too far. Epic 411. And that was it, because that was after Alex VRB. Yeah, finally.
Yes.
After all these years, Alex VRB finally picking one up.
I think he sent that to us because he doesn't know the plight we are dealing with this snow.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's living in paradise.
That's
Sumo.
true. This
So
guy
I appreciate it.
with his black sand beaches and his regular sand beaches.
Whoa. Let's not get into that. But thank you so much, Sumo. You the man. I really appreciate that. And for all you that use guys that are memberships, we did a membership update. We did a little comic. I'll get into that in a little bit. We'll show it off. But first, we have to show you the icy hell that we live in. I dropped this image. Here we go. I dropped this image here.
This is not even the worst day.
Yeah. Would you say today's the worst day?
Today was probably the worst
Today's
day.
the worst day. Let me pop this out, actually. Oh, look at
it's trying.
There we go.
Whoa.
Yeah, so this was us on the roof. probably around like 11 a.m. And yeah, wasn't fun. Actually, after that day was done, I felt good. I'm like, yeah, we did something.
Right.
We did it.
Satisfaction of a hard day's work.
Yeah. And
absolutely feels good.
It took from like 11:20 until a little bit after 2 p.m. Right, I'd say. And that time my phone was constantly going off and I couldn't interact with it because I had gloves on.
Yeah, it was they call it what? FOMO, the fun of missing out. Right?
I've heard that, the fun of missing out.
FOMO.
Yeah.
So, no interaction, no getting that dopamine fix or whatever from, surfing online and doom scrolling and stuff.
Yeah.
You're out here big shoveling on the roof.
Yeah, you guys should try that sometime.
Yeah, so I would just, maybe climb up onto a roof and then just start shoveling it. They're not going to mind.
Yeah, experience this FOMO, as we're saying here. Nate Callis in the chat, Sir Nate Callis, Sir Natus of Calistine, says, "Gotta love the Midwest during the winter months." Haha. Yeah, it's crazy because we didn't have anything in December, and you just get hit by.
What was really crazy? This came up. Well, you're not gonna be able to find it on Facebook. How they'll do like the Facebook memories, right? 12 years ago, I had bought my first car that I bought, which is the Challenger, and rear wheel drive muscle car as it is.
2011.
Yeah, 12 years ago, and it had snowed. It was like the first snowstorm of the year because I had purchased the car in September, so it was coming around January. So Facebook goes, "Hey, here's a memory from 12 years ago. Picture the Challenger in a snowstorm at I was going to college at the time for some classes, and it reminded me exactly of today because today was also like big snowstorm. So it was a really big El Nino's back at it again.
Yeah, it's that cycle.
Yeah, it was that crazy
a lot of cyclical stuff going on.
Coincidence. 12 years.
What does Steve Miller say? Is it Steve Miller?
Steve Miller Band?
Yeah. Cycles.
I left a crate of pineapples at your door.
Yeah, let's go through that one. Jungle Love.
Right. It's driving me wild. It's driving me crazy.
I left you a plate of papayas.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Papayas at your door?
Something your door. Oh, a cycle's a circular motion. Something before.
Right.
There we go. Appreciate it. All right, let's move on from that. But there's one more picture here. This is the finish, the big finish. Wait, here we go. This one. And there's Brandon power stepping. That's you power stepping.
Yeah, that's how I hurt my foot.
Yeah, my foot hurt the other day too.
Yeah.
Which is weird. We kind of have like dragon heart foot going on, I think. That's what it is. So this was Big Roof. As you can see, there's the slant.
Yeah. That's like an album cover right there.
Yeah,
if you put me off to the side, it looks like an album cover.
Yeah, this is interesting. So yeah, we did this big tarp job.
Yeah.
Which hopefully it works.
I hope so. That'd be
works.
good. Do you have a couple of super chats here? One that we missed earlier, and then we have another one here. So we got
I
for $5. Get some fiber internet, you filthy animals. Comedically enough, we are running on fiber internet. Right. It's just absolute garbage. I don't know why.
You'd think it's more like a Fiverr internet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's I don't know why it's not working properly.
But thank you for the super chat. All right. And then if you guys do super chat, of course you get bonks because this is the Zaid Comics channel. We love bringing the fun for you guys at home.
NPC Oasis says the snow will melt and go right underneath the sides. You are correct. This is not my idea or Phil's idea. We were just the ones who put it into motion.
Yeah, we were the ones that did the work. Shady. What would we call Shady?
Shady is an employee of the Galpin Ghost Arcade.
Employee Shady. Coworker Shady, as people have referred to him as. He stood down on the ground, walking in and out of the cold and warm arcade.
Yes.
And checking up on us.
Right.
You know.
I noticed this today. I don't know how you feel about this. Are you wearing the same shoes you were wearing the other day?
Yeah.
My shoes, just like the Grinch, but in the opposite, they did the reverse Grinch heart. My shoes shrunk 3 sizes, and they are extremely tight now.
That's so weird. That didn't happen to me.
Yeah.
I've never experienced that.
It's
maybe your feet are waterlogged.
Oh, my feet grew 3 sizes, three
yeah.
3 sizes that day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do have 96 people in the chat. Guys, if we hit 100 people in the chats, it would be cool. Nothing really will happen, but it'll be cool.
It's a
Hold it. Hold it. Hold it.
Yeah, hopefully it's not the
Yeah,
gout
so-
there, Brandon.
It's not the gout because I'm not eating seed oils and eating sugar. Although ice cream place was closed today, so we had to go get Starbucks Frappuccinos instead
That's
of ice cream.
true. Yeah, we were going to have a big scoop, and it was going to be that Andy's was closed today.
Yeah, that was the big scoop.
That was the big scoop. Nolan Lockhart with a super chat, $20 freaking super chat. Thank you so much, Nolan.
Thank
It's
you.
awesome to have you here. I know Camel Knights Leighton Gay is now no longer a show. They're not streaming anymore.
Yeah.
Camel sent us our pink slips. He sent me a message that I was fired Bancroft and Rob.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be like a pink slip, like he gave you the title to the car.
No,
So he's like,
yeah.
here, you've inherited the audience from
Well, I
Camel
hope so.
Knights.
It looks like it. We got Nolan. We got Sir Nate Callis. It's awesome to see. I haven't seen Nolan over here in a long time. Nolan's awesome. He sent me this kick-ass Simon Bisley Lobo trading card a couple years ago. I still have it in my binder.
Well,
Shout
you'll
out
be
to
excited to hear this, Phil. We've reached the top. We are now 101 viewers right
100
now.
Well, we're over though.
Oh,
We
yeah, we went
went over. We were
over.
supposed
Yeah,
to
Bob
hit as
Barker
close.
is spinning in his grave right now,
We're-
Phil.
Yeah, we went over. So failure on the chat's part, really, guys. Come on. No, but thank you guys. Come on. And thank you, Mr. Nolan of Lockhart. You get the big bonk, brother. You get the big bonk.
Yeah.
Yes.
Statistical Zero is asking, is that a record? I would probably, if I had to say, it might be a record for a non-launch or closeout stream.
Yeah.
You know?
For Diaz Brothers, I've had more for Creative Block.
Yeah.
We
We all know why.
Yeah, we all know why.
Yeah. I mean, Hyper Wizard is to die
It's his
for.
manly mane of hair. I saw Amanda B in here as well. What's up, Amanda B? Great to see you. Oh, Mega Man. Good to see you, brother. Snuggy Jr.
Awesome.
Alistar.
Alistair's back. Haven't seen
Yeah,
Alistair in
good
a
to see
little
you,
while.
Alistar. It's awesome to have you here. NPC Oasis. We're going to be talking about stuff. We're going to be looking at some awesome art. We're going to be talking about toxicity in the work environment and how you kind of sometimes have to deal with it.
Right. You have to deal with it and how you probably should deal with it
Yeah.
in a better way.
Yeah. I'm talking about dealing with it, you know?
Yeah.
So we're going to be talking about that. Some of that has been going around these parts. We'll get into that. But first, we got Fresher Luke. What's up, Fresher Luke? Good to see you.
Yo.
Awesome.
Hey, ho.
Hit that like button. Hey ho.
Hey ho.
What are you calling ho? Yeah, so we were cold this week. All right. That's what
It did feel good. We
Yeah, I felt
you know,
accomplished.
I was the whole time I was thinking like, you know, F OSHA.
Yeah.
All my bros die at the workplace. That's what I was thinking the whole time.
Really?
You know?
All right.
So I was having fun.
What's up, Student of God in the chat with that awesome shadow art? Always love seeing his avatar there. All right, so this was a crazy week here. I wanted to show this off. I'm sure you guys seen this. I just assume everybody's seen it because it's got 224 likes on it, no big deal.
I'm surprised you didn't just upload this and have it as a native video.
Like on the channel.
Right. I'm saying. Yeah, you'd have it as like
I could do
StreamYard
that.
stinger.
I could upload it on the channel. I feel like there's some people that might not.
So you have to preface. How do you mean not what reference? Like the local poignant reference?
The poignant reference, right?
But they're going to get it on the most like universal level.
Right,
I'm sure,
for sure.
unless there are these 20-year-old people who've never heard of anything.
Yeah. I don't know if we have a lot of 20-year-olds in the chat though. Shout out to our adults out there in the chat. Every other age person. All right, let's take a look at this and then we'll get on with the show. What's a good framing here? I guess this is good.
Why don't you just
blow it up?
Video, just put full screen.
I don't know how to do that. Oh, here. There we go.
Whoa.
Cool. Let's take a look here. A beautiful abode.
There's a show.
Satin sheets.
Real velour.
Amazing. Thank you.
Production quality is through the roof.
Thank you.
Some people were saying that it's AI. I don't think so, though. It seems pretty legit.
Yeah, nothing was AI in that.
Yeah.
It was filmed on scene or
on location.
Sorry,
yeah,
on location. Yeah. It took a while to throw that together.
It had a better payoff than when Geraldo Rivera opened up Al Capone's vault.
I think so. Yeah.
I feel like
definitely. So yeah, people were posting about that, and
are saying you're the next Ryan Gosling, Phil.
Is that what people are saying?
Yeah, they're calling for you. You're the new Ken.
So let's look at some of the there's something in my eye.
Alistair Campbell says, poor plushie. I know. I felt bad for the sacrifice, but
it had to be done.
It had to be done.
It was sacrificed for a better cause, I think. And that was making everybody smile.
Eddie Winkler's saying that you could be the next John Lovitz.
Yeah, I would be banned from the arcade. I got something in my eye. I'm not crying, everybody. All right. I'm not crying.
I mean, the video was a pretty poignant video.
Poignant, I know.
I feel like the emotions could come pouring out of you.
I went through a lot making that. Yeah, I'm what they call a method actor.
Yeah.
Like a Mickey Rourke type.
Sure. You lived it.
I did.
Single take. How many takes did you do?
It was a single take.
It was one take. Yeah. You don't do two takes?
Yeah, I refuse.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah, the director was trying to get me to do another one, but
are you like you read the script once and then you go in, or you just kind of like?
Well, I wrote the script.
Oh, so you knew.
Yeah, I didn't really need to read it over.
You're like Quentin Tarantino. You just put yourself in your own films.
Yeah, we actually cut some foul language out. Originally, there was a Quentin Tarantino.
How much foot sucking would have been in the original clip?
Well, the narwhal my foot was in the back of the narwhal at first because I was like, oh man, I want to be the edgy Quentin Tarantino type. I don't think it would have landed.
Yeah, I feel like it would have ruined the pacing.
Yeah, I like Jay Ryan's here. Hold on, wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Yeah, I watched that clip yesterday, actually. Yeah. And the funny part about it is that I guess there was news about how that guy was just arrested for indecent exposure, and it was like a big deal. But then in that clip, he was talking about how he couldn't die that day because he had court tomorrow.
Oh.
So he had already been arrested for something else.
Yeah, so shout outs to everybody that watched it, that liked it, that commented, and that retweeted it. Little cute little narwhal there. One of my favorites.
Chef kiss.
Yeah, a little chef kiss.
Yeah.
This is Ronan.
That's high praise.
Big laughs here. Little LOL from Cecil there. Appreciate that one. All you guys.
Ooh, the reference was good. Yeah.
All of it. Yeah, great references in here. And but I think my favorite one, let me see, I think it's this one. This was a retweet because Bancroft so graciously showed it on his stream as well.
Oh. I have not seen this. This will be interesting.
And this is it's just a tweet from Panda, a Xer,
restaurant,
an Xer called Panda, might own Panda Express. Phil comes up with the best video of the year, and it's only January. I don't think this video can or will be topped.
I don't know. That car wash video was pretty good.
Of the year, though. I'm saying
right of the year. Right. I'm saying, I think, when was the car wash video? Was that last year?
No,
or 2 years ago? Yeah. All right. So
we're good. Beginning of the year, I mean, guys, we're already at the tippy top of the mountain.
And we're only halfway up.
We're only halfway up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're only halfway up. We're at the tippy top, but only halfway up. Think about it. All right. There's still a ways to go. I want you guys to think that way this year, all year. Okay. Stop. I can't. There's something in my eye, you know.
It's that toxic work environment.
Yeah. We're going to talk about the toxicity here. Vanessa refuses to make a new category for Phil. Yeah, there was talks of a new category for the chat awards.
Mm-hmm.
Best cinematography, best sheets as well on a bed.
Okay. That seems pretty narrow.
Yeah, but we'll see.
We'll see how it plays out.
See how it plays out. So thank you guys for participating in that and digging that as well. Speaking of the chat, we talked about this last week. Big community moments.
Ooh.
The follow-up to the chat trivia night hosted by Vanessa and Amanda, I would say, is she's the one that choreographs it. What word am I looking for? Organizes it.
Well, yeah. I mean, it depends on if it's a big choreographed.
Well, I think there was a number.
Event.
I think they cut out the choreographed number.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
That Stat was going to do
after the box office failure of the movie Wonka having been a musical. They had to cut all the musical numbers out. Yeah.
But this was amazing, as was the first one. Shout outs to Amanda for sneaking in there and taking advantage of this pretty cool trivia platform. It was really fun, and it was brutal neck to neck action. Here's the top 10 of the chatters, the trivia chatters, and I was over at the house. We were having dinner. I was playing while we were having dinner.
Right,
and I flubbed an answer. I knew the answer, but I fat fingered the answer.
I remember him,
and that's my excuse.
Angry about that.
It's not. I knew it exactly when it happened. I'm like, oh no. There were some others I did get wrong, but I think because of that one that I got zero, because of the fat finger, I got 0 points on it. And Noah, I didn't believe it was Noah, was the top G, but he beat me. He took my belt.
And he had proof that it was him?
Yeah, he messaged me and he's like, dude, it's me. He's like, I guessed on 5 of them. And I got it right.
My God.
So he's like working with guesses here. Bancroft, though, pulling all the way up to 3rd place, which is amazing because last time he didn't play live, and he's like, I would have beat Phil if I was playing live.
Right, and he did the whole thing upside down, which is crazy.
Yeah, insane. So shouts to Bancroft, everybody else, Manny Fowler, General Piggy, Jav, Astro Zombie, Ghost of Leroy. I wonder if that's Leroy lurking.
But doesn't Leroy have 2 I's in it or 2 R's?
No, I don't think so.
I thought he did.
Leroy, shouts to Leroy, Johnny Rando, and Schneely.
Yeah.
Schneely.
I do have a question about this, though.
Yeah.
What did this have to do with Michael Bancroft showing your narwhal video on stream? Weren't you going to show us something about that?
No, it was just that tweet under there.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. It was just a
I
little
think
transition.
I was abducted by aliens and I'm missing some time because I don't remember covering that at all.
Yeah, it was a misunderstanding here. How are we doing on time here? We are going to have a creator on to talk about their book today, Brendan.
This is a surprise. I didn't hear anything about
Brendan
this.
doesn't know anything here. He's out of the loop. Should we talk about the? We have a lot of art to go over. Like if you need some filler time or whatever. I guess the only other thing before we talk about this toxicity event was toxic event, I would call it. Would be if you guys are members, we have 2 memberships on the channel. You have your standard membership, which, if you got gifted a membership, you have access to the badass emojis in the chat, little membership updates that we do for our books and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If you guys are unhappy in the chat, the newest emoji we have is actually the cane emoji. So you could voice your aggression with the cane in the chat. So if you are a member, we're trying to bring canings back.
Yeah, I think public canings could do well, especially in this day and age. And
there were some public canings this week. So you guys could voice your aggression, like I said, in there. But we have another tier. If you guys are fans of the Lost Pages, fans of Zade Comics, fans of comics in general, we do comic strips on our channel members for the second tier, which is the Zade Raider status. And I believe it's $5 a month, other than the other one's like, what, $2.99? Something like that. Someone tell me.
Something along those
but
lines.
we use the money from the channel members to make some side content to kind of bolster our other characters in the comics we're making. So like Lost Pages. So we are doing, and we've been doing this. This is the sixth one we've put out, and of the Masquerade. So the Masquerade, this is a side story. It's a whole other arc that explores his character, a brand new villain by the name of Boss Brass, who's a badass robot who uses musical instruments to fight, and he's kidnapped the Masquerade's girlfriend. And
it sounds like
awesome.
the start of any late 80s, early 90s side-scrolling beat-em-up video game.
Yeah.
His girlfriend gets kidnapped. He's on a revenge mission to find the boss.
He is. And it's basically, it's that, but based in the 1920s, 1930s style. If you love the Shadow, Pulp characters, the Phantom, the Spider, Green Hornet, definitely need to check this out. Howl Comics in the chat, who's throwing up a cane right now. He is the amazing artist behind this. I'm having so much fun writing this, and we're putting these out like once a month. So they're really fun. Definitely check them out, and you can read all of them. The new one just dropped today for the Zade Raider members. So shout outs to Alan and the crew. So there you go. I think I was going to bring something else up. Oh, look, we're stuck up there now. Oh, what do we do? All right, the toxic talk. Do we have a little intro for the toxic talk here? Let's go down the list.
There's the he's gonna puke.
No, I'm gonna do this. This one's good. So toxicity in the workplace. People were whining about it.
There's definitely a lot of voicing of opinions going on, for sure.
So here's the toxicity. People saying, whip it out.
You come out here and try to get the sympathy of the people, but you don't get my sympathy at all.
Here we go. Toxic talk, Brendan. Take it away.
Yeah, so we do a lot of projects here at the workplace, and one of the new projects that we have to do is the smelting of metal, right? So the smelting of metal, know, and making things out of metal and stuff, and we 3D printing and things like that. And I had inadvertently poisoned everybody in the office place.
All right, go on.
So to start it off, we have to do lost wax casting here for some precious metals. And yeah, we're doing a Castra gold scheme. You know, you guys send us your gold, we'll melt it down, and then we'll send you a certificate that says that we received your gold and that you have a non-fungible token of some value. But then we're melted down gold. But in preparation,
right, which is a fungible token
of the gold. Yeah, I could split that gold up into atomic scales if we really, really wanted to.
Yeah. So I was working yesterday, dealing with work things, and I don't know, it's about like 4 o'clock or 4:30 or something, 4:20 maybe, and we work in an office area, and I just start smelling this toxic fume.
Right.
At first it started smelling like plastic, right?
Right.
And then people hear mumblings of it in the hall.
Right.
What's that smell? And going on, and then you come in, and you're like, "You smell that?" Or you obviously knew what it was, and I'm like,
"Yeah, I knew exactly what it was."
And I'm like, "What's that smell?" Because people have been talking about it. I'm like, "What's that smell?" I'm on my computer, and you are like sternly, you're like, "It's the melted." Aluminum cans.
Yeah, melting aluminum cans
As
down.
if I knew this, and I had already asked you
idiot.
You were mad about it. And I'm like, why are aluminum cans melting?
As it turns out, there's more plastic in an aluminum can than there is aluminum. So try not to melt down any aluminum cans.
That's why it smelled like plastic?
Yeah, well, there's plastic layer inside the can protecting you from the can, so you get your daily essential microplastics, but it's trying to protect you from the heavy metal poisoning of the aluminum.
Right.
So they're coated on the inside and also on the outside.
What's up, Keelan?
So I did melt down aluminum. This is 7 aluminum cans.
Yeah, look at this. So
right here.
This is what
we could get this on the close-up
let's
cam.
Get on the close-up cam here. This is what caused everybody to get what I'm coining it chrome throat. So this morning I did wake up, and my throat was a little scratchy, and I was coughing, and like that Pokemon coughing.
Did you melt the tabs? I did melt the tabs.
I sent the girlfriend to get me a cup of water.
NPC Oasis says, dude, melting aluminum cans is hella toxic. Yeah. It's a learning experience.
Have you seen what the name of the stream is?
Right. It's a toxic work environment. Yeah. So I've culpable for mesothelioma.
Yeah,
and I would say probably 30 to 40 years from now, people might be in a class action lawsuit, and not against me. I'll be dead.
From the mesothelioma.
Yeah. But you might be eligible for a cash settlement.
Yeah, and you'll be eligible for parole.
Sure, easily. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, the forge was by the open door.
Right. You're like, oh, I didn't smell anything because I didn't
smell anything.
Instead of outside, you were inside with next to an
right.
open
I was
door.
next to the open door, wide open door.
Instead of being outside.
Yeah. So now the decree, I passed the decree on myself that we're not melting aluminum cans anymore. So there you go.
Why were we doing that?
To gain the knowledge of how to melt down metals, so that when it comes time to do the real project, we will be able to more effectively do it. I can't go in and then start melting gold down with no knowledge of how to handle it.
Don't we have like breathing masks back here for this 3D printing stuff? And you didn't even go and get one.
Yeah, well, the forge was basically outside.
Now I can't stop crying is the thing.
That's the heavy metal toxicity.
Yeah. Brandon's an alchemist. Hashtag Brandon tried to kill Phil. Oh, is everybody in the office? Brandon is shameful. He did open the door, though.
Yeah, to be fair, guys, you guys are missing the point here. I opened the door. The door was open.
No one wants to know if you're dumb.
Probably.
All right, there we go. No, it gives you Alzheimer's and cancer.
Yeah. Aluminum is not good for humans.
Yeah, but the best
apparently.
thing for with this duo though is you don't know you have cancer
Right.
when you have
Yeah,
Alzheimer's
yeah,
and
yeah.
cancer.
I mean, you avoid smoking for, let's say, 35 years, right? And then you inhale the fumes of 7 aluminum cans melting down.
That might have happened.
You're all caught up.
That might have happened to the Gooch from Scrubs. But
Right, because she didn't smoke one cigarette
right, she
the
didn't
whole
smoke one
time.
cigarette. We do have an update for people that remember that. Gooch from Scrubs, the chick who plays the ukulele, she's cancer free now. I heard. Did you hear that?
That's good.
So shout outs. Shout outs.
Yeah, I got tired of dealing with asbestos. We're moving on to a new toxic fume cloud.
All right. So that was the toxicity talk. We now only have 71 viewers, but I appreciate this. You guys still being here. You know, we're still holding on. Still holding tough.
Big fans. Baz is here now. What's up?
Oh, yo, Baz. What's up, Baz? Good to see you, brother. Hope Jezebel's doing good. Dale A, good for Michuchi.
Yeah, I was not wearing the scarf when I was doing that. So I was missing some IQ buffs.
Yeah, it's like an RPG.
But imagine if I had the sport coat with the patches on it, man.
Yeah,
I would have probably, dude, I would probably would have discovered the Philosopher's Stone. Could you imagine if I would have turned the aluminum into gold and all it would have taken was that blazer with the patches on the elbows?
That would be amazing. Stat says, gotta fly. Have a good night, all of you. Thanks, Stat. It's flying to the nest, I hope. Yeah, did we say that thing's called an ingot? What's it called?
An ingot?
Ingot?
Yeah.
Aluminum ingot.
Yeah, it wasn't great. NPC Oasis says, one time, hopefully, probably won't do it. It's an exposure over time thing. I would not eat or drink anything out of a can for a year or two and take some zeolite.
Any can?
Maybe. We've gotten full
ingot?
years worth of aluminum exposure. Yeah.
I think my eyes are turning to metal. I think that's what's happening.
Dude, maybe you're like Colossus.
That'd be cool.
But just with your eyes.
Well, I guess that bullets with my eyes then.
Yeah.
All right. We have some art to show off. Some kick-ass art. I just saw this today. So this is kind of a little promo. Guys, we got 66 people in the chat. Tomorrow on Red Valkyrie's show, they're doing the Red Valkyrie art auction as they do. And you guys should be there if you guys love art. There's going to be some amazing artists on there. Shelby Robertson, Jason Bascom, Luke, Death Metal Hero, Rob Willis is going to be there, and many, many more, I'm sure. What? What are you laughing at?
This Hyper Wizard. My eyes have been burning ever since I got this 3D printer, but I'm sure it's unrelated. Two things on that. Yes, it's related. And if you have a curing chamber with the UV light, wear the UV glasses because you're going to make yourself go blind if you're looking at this UV light.
I see some UV light over there.
Yeah, that's not the right wavelength, but obviously you don't want to look into that too much. That thing over there, which is the UV casting chamber, you will go blind. Yeah, glasses. And then obviously the resin is not good. So I wear a respirator when I'm doing the resin.
All right, well, moving on to this cool art, everybody, before we get Hojo in here, we got 10 minutes and we got like 15 pieces to show off. So art auction is tomorrow. Everybody that loves some art, check this out. Dan Dahl is going to be on there, our boy, Double D, I call him, because there's nothing more that I love than Double D.
Okay.
Bobby Chrysophus.
A la Bobby
Chrysophus. She will be accompanying me tomorrow night. The Red Valkyrie at art auction. He drew a freaking badass sheath.
Yeah, that's cool.
Let me see if I could make this enlargeroo.
It's already pretty big.
Billy Tucci's sheath. Look at that. Great pose, too. Super cool. So shout out to Dan Dahl. He's the boy. He just turned in another awesome page for the people. I think he has 2 or 3 pages left. And then he's rounding up an epilogue for the main story. It's Awesome. And he snuck in some TNA. I showed on the graded block last night that there will be some TNA in the people.
Nice.
So there you go. Awesome art by Dan Dahl. Oh, look, here's Dan. What's up, Dan? Hey, I did that. Other news. This is some art news for art fans. One of the craziest artists, art books with crazy art in it. Groken 3 has just been announced. Sign up is up. So if there's any mods in the chat, if you could throw the Groken 3 sign up in the chat, sign up for this bad boy. It's going to be awesome.
Oh, how did you say awe-inspiring?
Well, I was going to say something to do with your eyes, but I just keep thinking about my eyes because I'm crying.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be awesome in every sense of the word. That art, you're going to be viewing it, and it's going to be climbing into your ocular.
It's like a party in your
lobe.
eyes, and everyone's invited.
Yeah. Give me that link. Yeah, someone drop that link. What we got here? Hyper Wizard, you're a mod. Did you drop that link? There we go. Sumo. Thank you. I mean, I assume that's what it's for. But the link is in the chat there. So go pick that up. Sign up for that bad boy. I saw this too. Senor Isaac Bell with some kick-ass colors and more butts here. Look at that pose.
Yeah.
That crease. Isaac Bell, creator of Metal Shade. Let's see if this is his art. Alexa Lowe, Kemp Brothers are working with colors. So I'm not sure if, I mean, this looks like his art.
It looks like his art.
So I think it's Isaac's stuff. Is this from the Shrine book? Yes, Shrine pages.
Jay Ryan saying you have stink eye.
Oh, I got something.
That's like Evil Eye's lame cousin.
Yeah, it ain't comfortable, whatever I have. That is Isaac. Yes. So follow this guy. He's going to be coming out with some awesome stuff this year. Saw that. Let's see where we're at. 723 right now. Save that for
Careful with saying Isaac. You're going to trigger Phil because his eye hurts.
with my eye. We got B Rose in the chat. What's up, B Rose?
What's up?
Good to see you. Great to have you here. Oh, and now this is the Spawn. You've heard about the Spawn thing, right?
I've heard of Spawn.
Everybody's drawing Spawn.
Mm-hmm.
Toddy Mac put out his Spawn signal and is like, artists draw Spawn, and then maybe we'll make it into a cover.
Who did this?
Todd McFarlane.
Oh, Todd McFarlane.
Yeah. So people are doing this, and it's not just one Spawn cover. It's like, because he's got a bunch of Spawn books. You do Gunslinger Spawn.
Yeah, I feel like he's
Villain
done
Spawn.
a couple of Spawn books over the years.
Yeah, he's got a lot of Spawn books going on right now. So I wanted to show off some standouts that I've seen today. Check this out. Our boy, artist on Ricky Rouse, the completely original character.
You don't have to say that anymore.
Artist on Ricky Rouse,
I'm
who's
just
working on
kidding.
some more Ricky Rouse right now. Throwing his hand in a little bit of cartoony Spawn.
Dude, look at that clown.
Yeah,
He's adorable.
Look at Clowny.
He's hardly menacing at all.
Yeah, he's just a fun-loving little clown.
And Spawn looks like he's big stepping.
Yeah, you need to be big stepping.
Yeah.
If you're drawing like
He's doing
this.
like me when I was on the roof.
That's right.
Big stepping.
Funny little clown. So shout outs to Doug. Doug Smitty, I call him. Doug Smith. Awesome rendition of Spawn. Toddy Mac, people are saying in the chat. Now, this was one of my favorites. Eric Ninoltowski doing an awesome montage cover.
This is really cool.
Super cool. Great.
This is like what you
composition.
want movie posters to be like,
Yeah.
but they are incapable of doing this anymore.
Look at that. You got Gunslinger in the back with that cool, collected glance over his shoulder.
Mm-hmm. The
Yeah.
hat's not as doofy as it often looks.
Yeah,
normally.
no, he
It's a
nailed
little
it.
Tamed. Yeah.
Super cool. And the gun reference is great on this.
Yeah.
The Colt here. Look at that.
Yeah, looks good.
Super good stuff.
Trigger discipline a little lacking there, but you know.
Yeah. But I've researched this, and You wouldn't need trigger discipline back in the
I
day.
get it. I get it.
You would be conditioned to not have trigger discipline with a single
Why?
action revolver.
I get it.
All right. It wasn't invented. There was no phrase.
Yeah.
Trigger discipline.
It was hammer discipline back then.
It was hammer discipline. It was half cocked.
See that.
You got a medieval Spawn over there. You got this chick. What's her name? Jessica Winters or something. Scorch from Scorch. Lady Spawn.
Pretty cool character design.
Yeah,
medieval Spawn's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's badass.
I like how the mask is like dimensional instead of just being tight.
Right. Yeah, it's like a helmet. Super cool. Really, really love this one. Badass.
How does Gunslinger Spawn have a Colt Python in the Old West?
He's not in the Old West.
No.
Well, he was at one point, but yeah, in the series now, he's in modern day. He's in modern.
So he upgraded.
Yeah. So I mean, this might not even be single action.
Right. It could be double action. In which case,
the trigger discipline. Let's see. It does look like there's a lot of space between the back and the trigger.
Right. It would be all the way back.
If this was single action, it would, the trigger would be all the way back. So he's Spawn. Okay. Jessica Priest. Who's Jessica Winters? Jessica Priest. Now that's a great name.
Real fans.
Yeah. Not a real fan. I didn't even know her name was Jessica. I've only heard that from Shelby saying it, but I got the name wrong.
Maybe his finger's really short and he does have good finger discipline. That's true.
Oh, yeah, that's his
It could be a foreshortened finger and it's pointing toward the camera. Possible.
This one. Okay, this one. Shout outs to our boy Ricardo Jamie. Coming hot off the pages of Lost Pages 3.
Okay. All right.
He finishes the last page of his section of the book. And he comes out with a banger here. A banger.
Yeah.
Look at this. Colors by Marcos Martin. Look at that. Look at this.
That is great. It's like a comic book cover composition as well.
Yeah. Those monsters, big ass hand.
Cool.
Yeah, the thing I like about Ricardo is he is not afraid to stretch like the anatomy of things. Like the hand is crazy.
Right. Yeah, that's huge. Fantastic looking.
And the colors really really
chain.
Nice. Yeah. Big ass chain. Weirdo monsters. Would you see some weirdo monsters like this in Lost Pages as well?
They're saying that he had a Freudian slip, Phil. Sumo Authority is saying Jessica Winters is probably some porn actress.
Look it up.
Yeah, just put on, open a private tab, turn off safe for work mode and just look it up.
Yeah, just look it up.
Sumo Authority also says don't Google Jessica Winters.
Just do it.
Do it. Do it.
Shelby's not going to lie. His Lost Pages are better. Yeah, brother. Appreciate it.
Big praise.
Yeah, I just got some colors in today. I can't show them because it's like the last 10 pages or whatever. So there's spoilers, but they're insane. The colors are cool, great. I can't wait to get that bad boy printed. And then what time is it? Oh, I'm gonna send the link over to my
we almost have Spawn in the chat. Sean is here.
Sean is here?
Yeah, Spawn's cousin.
Oh, yeah, what's up,
Sean? What's up?
Good to see you, Sean. All right, I think we have time before our guest comes in here to show. So, speaking of Ricardo Jaime, Brandon.
Oh, God, Phil.
What?
Apparently, Jessica Winters is a drag queen in Roanoke, Virginia. Is that where you...
Exposed. Here you go. Jessica Winters, Inuit artist from Matt.
That's the one you're familiar with. Yeah, the artist.
NL.
In Inuit.
North Las Vegas.
That's probably some Canadian province.
There you go.
Novan Loshire.
Oh, yeah, Nova Scotia. Dude, check this out. Doc didn't retweet this, but he asked me if he could post this, and I just said, yeah.
Who?
This
Doc.
Yeah, Dama.
Yeah,
He
that's cool.
posted
Who drew this?
Ricardo.
Oh,
This
yeah.
was actually the first thing we commissioned from him.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks awesome.
So yeah, this is actually one of the characters from the video game we've been working on. His name's Vale. We wanted to see how Ricardo would do with this character, and pretty badass composition as well. So Vale's like a badass, not to be a little redundant here, but a blind kung fu master from the video game we're working on, and he posted this up. He posts a bunch on Twitter, but he only has like 2,000 followers, and he never like tags links. Ricardo.
Oh, yeah.
So like he has a bunch of cool Lost Pages art that some people may not have seen in black and white. He never puts the link. He never tags me in it either. So definitely follow Ricardo. Not Spawn, but Vale.
Yeah, that's cool.
He did tag Doc in this though, or at least the arcade.
Nice.
All right, back to Spawn. This was wild. I saw this today, and to be honest, I thought Shelby had class.
Yeah, I thought he had class too.
Turns out
he's been spending his time on these.
Yeah, it turns out he just draws during class.
I see.
And his little entry for Gunslinger Spawn, badass horse, dude.
Yeah. I do have to say, Spawnuary doesn't really roll off the tongue.
Yeah, it's a little forced.
Yeah.
A little forced. That's not Shelby's fault, though. I like this little chest.
It's like the belt buckle.
What would you call that? A horse brassiere?
Yeah.
This is super cool, but wait, there's more.
He says that he drew it in 2 minutes while he was in the bathroom at school.
Yeah, didn't you draw this when you were 16 as well? You're a 16-year-old creator. Look at that.
Harness?
You didn't even know it was a wraparound cover.
Yeah, I see. That clown not as adorable.
Right, not cute. This is not cute at all.
That's kind of disturbing.
But shout outs to Shelby, putting in the work, having fun.
Bridle?
And bridle. That's actually the word.
A bridle medallion.
Bridle
be good, yeah. Bridle.
Get some horse people.
I didn't go to Horse Academy, all right, so I don't know these things.
Be careful of the horse people in the chat here. All right, we're gonna bring in. That's the art. That's the art we've been showing, guys. Shout outs to Shelby, everybody. Follow the people we showed off, and you can't vote in the poll for who you want to win, but retweet the stuff.
Oh, is it a closed thing? It's like the Oscars, right? They have their own voting panel.
Yeah, I think it's just Todd. Just gonna make his decision.
God, elitist again.
Yeah. Shelby thinks he's not gonna win though.
This.
He says he will not win.
It's guaranteed.
He says he's guaranteeing he's not winning.
That's some insider trading stuff right there. So you guys could go to DraftKings right now and vote against Shelby.
Yeah. And
he's saying that you're guaranteed to win. And if you lose, he'll cover your losses.
That's right. This section of the podcast sponsored by DraftKings. Vote Shelby to not winning Spawnuary. Yeah. All right, we're going to bring our boy in here. Comic creator on his second book now. You guys have seen him around the block, and we've been trying to get him on, but we are now reformatting things. I want to have more people on the Diaz Brothers show because we get some awesome views on here, and have it like a little last section to talk about some awesome books that you guys could grab right now. And do we have a little? Maybe we should do a little intro to this.
Yeah, segment. We're gonna have to do some sort of intro.
So you could sneak away.
So I could sneak away.
Or do you not want to sneak away? Yeah, we should make.
I could use the bathroom.
What do you think's a good intro here?
Library card. It has to do with books. I feel like that library would be all right.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about books. Where do you get books? Right here. All right, we're back. We're going to welcome on Mr. Hojo. Is this screen coming down? I guess the screen's not coming. We're just going to bring him on. Hojo, what is up, brother?
What's up, Phil? What's going on,
How's it going,
man?
Nothing much, man. Just enjoying the stream. A lot of people, yeah, like 60 people in the chat. Thank you guys for being here. And it's been a minute, man. I know we've been talking back and forth for a while. Now you're putting this stuff out so quick. You're on your second book already. How's
yeah,
that?
man, it's pretty crazy. Pretty good response with the first one. Chugging away with the second one. Already trying to figure out what to do with the third. As far as like a cover.
Sure.
So, gotta keep.
Yeah. So you are doing the mythicals. I'm sure a lot of people in the chat know. I'm sure people have the first one. If you are in the chat and you have the first mythicals book, shout it out. Let us know. And so this series, how did this all come to be? Because I know you're a service guy and you're really into comics, and you are, like myself, a writer, kind of like orchestrator of this world. How did that come up and kind of you create this world with these characters?
I mean, lifelong comic fan. I was in the Army, and I came up with the story probably around 05, 04.
Yeah.
And we're out on patrol, and I was just like, what if it's like a team of monsters that just like kicks these fucking doors down? And I just started thinking about, like, I'm a big history guy, like world mythologies, and I started to blend things, put things together. Like, and then like I had a nightmare. That's how I came up with the first villain in the first book. And it just all snowballed from there. We were going to submit to CrossGen. Apparently, the guy that was doing the concept art and a few panels, a few page submissions, he said he knew somebody down there in Tampa. I'm like, all right, cool. When we got back, they're out of business.
Yeah, that didn't last for long.
He's like, we don't submit the image. I'm like, oh, okay, see ya. So, life happens, a wife happens.
Yeah. No, dude, that's very. I know that very well. Like, we did our comic back in the day, and then school and life and work, and no time for that stuff. But finding the time to make this stuff happen. How did that come about? Like, because like you said, life happens.
Yeah, I just looked around, and I wasn't cool with just sub quality across the board. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
And so I thought about it, and I think I saw like a Sontag post, like the Reaper Destroyer, which Shelby did, and I was like,
yeah,
what the fuck is this, man? Like, for real, I was like, what the hell is this? I'd been like Secret Invasion and Marvel. I was out after that, like, not buying all your goddamn books.
Yeah.
To get the rest of that ridiculous storyline, and you didn't even put Beast back in his natural form, but whatever. So, I was done, and I just saw, like, I was looking at sports news on Twitter, and just somehow it got fed to me, and I just kept it, the algorithm just warped me this way. And so I was like, well, fuck, man, I'll just do one.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome. That's so cool to see, like, someone like Joe's work can be like, oh, this guy could do it.
I did a lot of research on a lot of research before I even just had somebody put pencil to paper.
Yeah.
Like about a year.
That's the way to do it. I mean, and hearing you talk about this, you having this idea for the story for so long is just, definitely things that I would want to hear as a reader.
Yeah.
From a creator,
Yeah. Like, I tinkered at it, off and on over the years. What was then is definitely not what it is now.
Yeah.
But then once I started writing those first couple, I was like, all right, I'll do this 48-page. Well, I ain't got money for that. So we'll floppy it up. I didn't see anybody really doing it and successfully, I guess. I wouldn't say successfully, but, cranking them out and being able to get to that next one. And so I was like, well, hell with it. I'll do it and drop the price point a little bit. Got a veterans discount with some paper for the printer. And so off I went. Because I already got like 5 issues written already.
That's so cool. That's something I wanted to talk about too. Like, your writing process, you said, like you just said, you already have a lot already in the can. Those are fully scripted out right now, or are they
five or
that's so cool. Now, when you're writing, to relay information to your artist, how loose do you write these scripts, or is it more of a tight thing? Are you going panel by panel? Like, that's really interesting to me as a creator and someone that loves reading this stuff, because I was obviously in the spot where everybody was when they were first creating this stuff, not even knowing where to put the blocks when you form a comic script. So how does that go with you?
Well, I read the Eisner books, the 2 of those.
Yeah.
Tried to build myself up. I'm always like, I don't call myself a writer. I call myself a storyteller. It's kind of pretentious for me because I'm like, yeah, I did something with the first one. I did a couple other writing commissions, so I guess I am a writer now. But whatever. So, but with this, like, we changed interior artists because it was just easier to work with the inker because they had worked together, and I'd wanted to work with him on the first book. It just didn't work out schedule wise, but it did now.
Sure.
And so it was like missing band member that made it, better on the sophomore album because it really sings with this one. But as far as the writing process, like, it depends on the panel. If I see a certain thing, I'll tell them, and I'll even thumbnail it out or something, and then put a note to the side and be like, all right, this is this panel. Then I'll fill the rest of it in, just like a regular script, like panel 1. Then I'll give like a kind of a camera angle. If he doesn't understand, I'll take a picture with my son and send it to him.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Because I see it that way. Like, I mean, but a lot of them are interpretation because he's like coming back to me. He's like, well, what is this supposed to be? I'm like, dude, just go nuts. And I even did that in one panel with like a fight sequence. I was like, he throws a log, go nuts. Just do what you want to do, man. Stretch. That's what you're getting paid for. I don't want to. If I have to Alan Moore it, I will. Oh, I will.
Sure.
But other than that, like, I feel like on the second one I have my voice a little bit more to where I'm just not as timid. Like, oh, okay, you know what you. Yeah. But no, I got it now.
Yeah, I think that's always what I've learned is, especially like the fight scenes and stuff, like letting the artist go wild with that and have fun, because you want them to shine. You want to, especially if it's the first time working with an artist, and until you kind of get hang of them and their strengths and stuff. That's the way to do it. Let's see. People are saying here in the chat, saying J. Ryan says, I'm a singer, songwriter, and battle rapper.
That's right.
That is amazing. Lots of talents in our chat here tonight. And we're back, but how much cat will there be? Good question.
Well, he's there. I mean, he's in there all the way to the end. Like, first page, he talks in this one. So.
Well, I remember him in the first one, the Dan Dahl cover.
Yeah, he's right there in the tree. That was That was kind of Dan's idea.
Yeah, awesome.
I was like, "Can you work this cat in?" He was like, "I'll put it in the tree." I was like, that's clever."
Dan's the man. I think he might still be in the chat. He was here earlier. This piece, now this, I think I know who this is drawn by. But why don't you tell me? So
it says Oliver Azevedo.
That's right. Yeah, Oliver. He's awesome.
Yeah.
Great to work with. I'm working with him a lot. Oliver is.
I love it. I love him.
Kick-ass artist. Yeah.
I saw him on Joe's page. He did like a little blue line sketch. I was like, oh, when I immediately started talking to him.
It was so funny when I hit up Oliver. He's like, Joe Sontag hit me up literally the same day that you did. And so it just was like a spark between us. It was so funny. And Joe's awesome. And I can't wait to read the story he did for Joe. And this is just so cool too. Like, very intriguing image for the comic. And like, what's this chick all about? That's the question that pops up into my head when I see this. Like, obviously has some control over nature and stuff like that. But why don't you tell us about the characters, starting with this chick here?
That's Nancy Moon. In the first episode, she gets recruited. Let's just say that. I mean, well, I guess it's no secret. She's got powers. So she, like, level N, they investigate these supernatural threats. So she was the case in episode issue 1.
Yeah.
But issue 2, she comes to work for the first time.
Yeah, that's awesome. Like, always, like, when you're pitching this, and when I see you on other streams, it always gives me like a BPRD vibe,
Yeah.
with, like, Hellboy and stuff, which was super pop. Like, I'm a huge Hellboy fan. I've actually never read the BPRD stuff, but I've read
Me neither.
Yeah. So, and seen the movies, of course, but really love that type of storytelling, especially like if you get into the whole run of the main line on Hellboy. It's very much mythology and fairy tale and kind of like folklore based stuff. And that stuff, like you said, you're into that. I love that. Like
I loved Fables.
Yeah. Definitely. And like when I was in school, I actually took a mythology class, and that just like opened my eyes to storytelling. And like, this is what I want to do. So it's super cool to see someone like you channeling a lot of that interest you have.
Yeah, because like these old mythologies and religions, I mean, you can kind of blend them in the same, like almost use them in the same phrase. They were the way of like explaining things that humanity wasn't capable of understanding yet. You know, like the weather or seasons or, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we can. I really I can lean into that. It's all my sandbox now anyway.
Yeah, that stuff is so cool, and even like using those stories almost to like retell those stories in a different way. And I feel like that's pretty cool, because I mean, some of the readers may not know of those legends or stories, and it could open your eyes to them. So I'm excited to see how you're exploring that kind of stuff. Let's see, any kind of like standouts from your mind, like stuff that you've taken from that side of mythology that you're kind of winding into these tales?
We do visit like Greek mythology and like the Arthurian folklore and stuff like that, and a few. I wouldn't say fairy tales, but a few urban legends, maybe.
Very
Stuff
cool.
like that, like you know, like Monster of the Week stuff. You know, each one of these, once we get rolling with each finding these pieces of eight, these artifacts that can, you know, end the world and all that. And so it's a race to find all these. So each issue builds upon that narrative, but it's each, you know, standalone issue.
Yeah. Any cryptids explore maybe later in the series?
Maybe.
Okay. Are you
I like
familiar?
Native American history and stuff too.
Are you familiar with the shell bean?
No.
Okay. All right. We'll have to talk to you later. Yeah, the shell bean's a kind of a modern cryptid that some people around these parts have drawn. I was actually talking to Irene and last night, and
She have an encounter?
no, well, she has fiendish. I was saying she should do shell bean dish or bean dish. It was actually just
bean dish. Yeah.
And I think the Brits would love that because they're big into beans. I see people actually dropping the big bean emoji in the chat. Appreciate that. We got K-pop in the chat. Good to see you. So if you guys are a fan of mythology like I am, and just badass comics, check this out. This is on Fund My Comic right now. The link is in the description. If someone could post in the chat, I'll pin it to the top of the chat as well. Got some mods out there. And yeah, definitely spread this around. We're going through, looking at some pages here. Obviously, the cat does talk, right? Which is fun. How has that been? Because doing like expressions and stuff might be a little difficult for artists that way.
Yeah, but he hates these people, like the cat.
Oh yeah, he's that type of guy?
I mean, he's like worked for the government for like 200 years. How jolly would you be when you went to work?
Yeah, I love that. I have we have a character that is a talking wolf, and it's been around for a long time as well. We use him kind of like as the comic relief of the Lost
very
Pages.
Snarky.
Yeah, very snarky. So I'm excited to see what this cat's able to do. What's the cat's name?
Samuel
the cat. I love it. Let's see, going through these. I'm going to pull this up because we could see more of the characters here. I'm all about the characters, like especially with these team books and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
it's the fun part of them. And this is a badass spread. Super cool. I remember this guy from the trailer. Yeah, let's start with him.
That's Lucas Beckett. He's the field commander of Level M. He's like the first human field commander of Level M.
Yeah.
So he's constantly trying to, not, I wouldn't say overcompensate, but like he can't stop making jokes. He's arrogant. He's like the alpha male, typical guy. But there's a reason, you know, he's the first human. He's that badass.
Yeah. High T alpha.
Yeah.
Got the guns.
constantly
love
with
that.
jokes. Like, I mean, I was in the army with lots of people like him.
Yeah,
Oh my god!
I
But
could imagine.
like him and the vampire, their banter. Him and Samuel, their banter. Like it's just constant. He's just constantly shitting on people.
That's good too, because when you're doing like a team book, you obviously want these characters to have different voices, different relationships with each other, and
Yeah.
that's a little fun way to explore that stuff too.
But he's like older, so they make fun of his '90s pouches and his extreme style. So like,
Good.
yeah,
I like that. And K-pop says Angela would like this book. The villain is a pimp.
Is pimp? No, he's not a pimp.
Isn't he a pope guy?
A pope, maybe.
No.
Yeah, that's a little different there.
Well, not nowadays, but you know. Yeah, I think Angela did back the first one.
Awesome.
Angela Curry.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She says he's hot. Okay,
Well, there you go.
Sarticon says, so then the opposite of Phil, being a funny alpha male. Wow, thank you.
Nice.
Thanks there.
The strongest.
Appreciate it. Okay, who's this guy over here? This Wolfman?
Yeah, so he wasn't in the first book. I mean,
new character.
You can't introduce like him and the blue chick. They weren't in the first book. You can't do all that in 24 pages. I didn't have that much real estate.
Definitely.
So he used to be the field commander. He's retired. So it's like Red. So they're bringing him back.
Oh, cool.
Bringing him out of retirement. He doesn't want to come back.
The old timer.
Yeah. The grizzled war vet. And
Badass.
so he's got the strong pimp hand with the spiked gauntlets and shit.
Cool. What about the blue chick?
And so she's like the sex pot / grifter. She's like a siren from like ancient Thessaly, like old, like Greek old.
Yeah.
And so, but if you're alive that long, you couldn't be the same person. Your personality would change too much. So she's like Cher and Madonna, only not like this weird, like constantly reinventing herself. She's in her like social media obsession and reality TV mode. No.
That's awesome. And I'm glad. So she's like a siren type character, right?
Yeah.
I'm glad you did the historically, mythologically accurate siren, where they have the wings instead of, everybody thinks sirens are mermaids.
Mm-hmm.
No, she's got the tail for swimming.
Yeah, but it's cool. I love the wings too.
I love the coloring he did on the wings there.
Yeah,
that's it's Eugene. I can't do his last name.
Eugene Bativu.
Yeah,
our boy.
I stole all these guys from you. I saw Dan on I saw the silhouette. That's what it was.
Yeah,
I saw him and Dan on the silhouette. And I was like, because they did the first cover, the team shot.
Yeah.
This one here.
That's right. Oh man, that was so long ago. Yeah,
it feels like so long ago.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Working with those guys is amazing. I'm glad they're getting this badass work as well.
Oh God, Dan, man, he deserves it.
Yes, yeah, they all do. But yeah, it's so cool to see his colors on this too, the new characters. And this is really cool composition here, because this in the center is kind of like represents your villain, right?
Yes, that was that was kind of like my you shouldn't, I don't want to show you my thumbnail, but that was my concept. He was like, what if we put the sword in the spine? I was like, ooh, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
But we couldn't fit in Daniel, which is like the magician guy. So he's not dead. He's in the issue. Sorry, somebody had to go.
We'll be there. Yeah, saving them for the interiors.
Yeah.
Here's your little this is your bad guy.
Yeah, we unlocked that stretch goal. Everybody gets that free trading card. Boom.
Cool. So what's this guy's story here going into this issue too?
So like in the first issue, you could tell like he's right there in that black and white page. He's looking for something, and this one he finds it. So it's one piece down, and so we get into like he's looking for the pieces of 8 too. They are, and they don't even know what the hell is going on now.
Yeah, kind of building up to like a big Doom style moment where this bringing things together to make something bad happen, I would assume.
Yeah, because he's like Jaws in the water now with those guys. Like the first issue and the second issue, he's in Spain, and they're in Washington D.C.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So this is kind of a global story as well. Are we going to see different environments and settings throughout the series?
Yep.
Awesome. That's going to be sick. Everyone needs a sexy body pillow. All right.
From the Siren?
Yeah, maybe. We've thought about that for some of our campaigns.
Sure.
We did the towel. We might do body pillow
Yeah,
for
maybe.
Magic Cop 3.
Yeah, an Iggy body pillow.
Yeah, yeah, that's what people want. Let's see here. People saying in here.
Snarticom saying he could fix her.
Yeah. Those sirens.
Yeah, those bad girls. People
He's
who
got
are
the hots
attracted
for
to bad
Lucas.
girls. Yeah, the blue girls.
Fill me up with the big bean. Right there. K-pop's into the creepy villains. I like weird, creepy villains. Well, this is definitely, this guy seems creepy for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys will learn a lot more about him. So you said you already have 5 issues written, and are after this, are you going directly into the next one? Have you already started on it? And how's the progress on this one going?
We're still halfway. Well, a little bit more than halfway on issue 2. Like pencils are done, so probably gonna maybe pump the brakes a little and maybe do this in August when I get back from vacation. But
cool.
Try to keep it on like a 9-month schedule. It's sorry, it's 9 months, but it's not really that late, right?
Yeah, sure. Oh, this is this Adam Miller?
Yeah.
A resident actor, Adam Miller.
Yeah.
Oh,
kicking butt, doing his trading card, hopefully campaign soon. That would be awesome. And this is going to be a metal print.
Oh,
It's
nice.
going in the collector's box. Yeah.
That's gonna be flashy. Yeah. So what all comes in the collector's box?
So you get the trading card set you get a metal card with that one as well. It's gonna be like the werewolf. It's like this big. I think it's on here. Yeah, it's on here somewhere.
Is it the one him transforming?
No, that's the cover.
Oh, that's badass. Look at that. That's sick.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. It's a little 6 a.m.
Yeah, right there on the right. You missed it.
Oh, here. I did see this somewhere else. It's got to be on here.
It is up there somewhere.
It's up. There
it is.
Pop that out.
Enhance.
There they are.
So Eric Hodson did the other 2.
Oh, really? Sweet. I met him at a convention in Michigan.
Super nice guy, man.
Yeah. So this comes with the book, the trading card set.
Yeah, you get all 3 covers, the trading card set, the Samuel standee. I have that too.
Wow,
an acrylic standee. Already got those in.
Oh yeah, those are getting popular.
Yeah,
that's great.
Those are cool.
Yeah, I do that.
Like the little ear cut off.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna do side stories?
Dude, I would love. What I want to do would be like a little He-Man mini comic with like the origin stories that came with the toys.
Yeah,
and I already have his. This is called A Tale of Two Kitties. So yeah, he's got an interesting backstory. We're gonna reveal a little bit of. Everybody I think gets their little episode to shine, so to speak.
Awesome. Yeah, that's what you want.
Because like Daniel, he's English, so we go to England. He goes back home. He's got issues with his mother.
That's good. And really focusing on the character development. I think that's really important for team books. Like people sometimes want to burn through these storytelling beats and put a lot of action in this stuff. You need a good balance of both. You really need to make a connection from character to reader. So when they get thrown into these really crappy situations, you feel for them. There's tension. There's these moments where you could think, oh, this character is in peril, and what happens? How are they going to get out of this? So the longer your reader stays with these characters and learns about them, the more important they're going to feel these stories are.
Yeah, I tell people you can have people walking in hallways, but they just have to be saying something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not a crime to have them walking down a hallway because I have it. Like I grew up reading a lot of team books, but like the B-side team books, like I was a big X Factor, Excalibur fan, and then the new Warriors. Like the new Warriors, like when I was a kid, that like I was like 8 or 9, like really starting to read and understand stories. And then I grew up with hand-me-downs of the Defenders.
Sure.
And I just bought the hardcover of the Defenders Avengers War. That's like the first crossover. So you can either love it or hate it for certain reasons.
Sure.
You know, but the character development and all of that was just like Peter David. Sometimes you could take that X Factor run he did and take the people away and just read the balloons and just know who's saying that. And that's hard to do.
That's an awesome goal. Like same thing with like Claremont's X-Men. Everybody praises Claremont's X-Men, but if you are someone that didn't grow up with it, or you're someone that was a fan of like 90s Image stuff, and you look at Claremont's stuff, it's like there's balloons everywhere. But he's packing story in there, and like everything counts as well. And when you get to those big action moments, stuff matters. You know, Jean Grey is not Jean Grey anymore. You know, she's the Phoenix. So that's why his stuff is so acclaimed as well. So I think that stigma of having moments like that is, you know, being a turnoff to readers. You gotta put stuff that people are going to remember in there, and for that to happen is you have to build these characters up, and that takes time. But
well, and in her case, you know, break her down and build her back up with my girl here.
Yeah,
so she'll be stronger for it. Don't worry.
Awesome. Well, guys, now's the time to grab this. Like you said, you're halfway done on here. This is Fund My Comic. The link is in the chat. Eric Hutfuls, what is up, brother? Thank you for posting that. And yeah, if you haven't used this site before, I recommend it. I've backed on here many times, and go over here, support the site, support Hojo, and get some cool comics. We're going to actually be sending you guys over to Bancroft's right now. I don't know what he's doing. I think he's doing, what's this stream say? Double launch party?
Oh, he's not talking about how he poisoned a bunch of people this week?
No, I don't think
maybe that'll be next week's episode.
Yeah. He needs to step up his game on the toxicity. But we'll be sending you over there. He looks like he's doing a U.S. Assassin launch with Relentless Tin Soldier, which is super badass. I'm gonna have to
Nicholas Gear's book, yeah,
Nick and Mark, and I hope that that Prince cover is available on that one. You see that where it's like a Prince homage?
No.
Where it's U.S. Assassin with the Prince motorcycle from Purple Rain.
No shit.
Shelby inked it. So I've been waiting for that one.
See that.
Hopefully it's on this campaign. So we're gonna send you over there. Stay tuned. Anything else you want to let the people know before we get out of here, Hojo?
I should be going to print in about a month.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
Us too.
Like I did the first one in about 5 months. You know.
Sweet. So, that is
I'll deliver, man.
Yeah,
good story. It's like Tom Tuttle said he had to read it 3 times, and he loved me for it. Tom Tuttle got a drawn into here in this one, which is pretty badass that somebody bought that.
Love seeing those.
Yeah,
that is great.
The reviews have been great. If you liked issue 1, you have no idea how much you're going to like issue 2.
Sweet.
We kicked the door down in this one.
Kick ass, man.
Awesome.
Thanks for coming on.
Man.
We're super to have you on here finally. We'll be doing this every week. Hopefully we'll have another guy on the Diaz Brothers show. Guys, have a great weekend. Thank you for being here and always supporting us. And we will catch you on the flip flop. Tell Bancroft we said hey. Send him a big Zayd raid. And just before we go, I forgot to check up on the Rumblers. Jim Cox was over there. Thank you for being here. Mel B was hanging out in the chat and Rumble and Creators Outlet. So shout out to all the Rumblers over there.
Awesome.
Really appreciate that. And we'll catch you guys. We'll catch you guys later.
See ya.
Bye, everybody.
Because she got a great ass. And you got your head all the way up it.
Happy birthday.
Hey, you guys are watching Bird Up.
Awesome. Awesome to the max.